Hey everybody, this is Alzorath, and welcome back to Quartet. We're going into Chapter 7. Hopefully it goes well, and nothing terrible happens to us. No more horrible things, right? No more having to deal with people being burned alive, I guess. What are we seeing? Are they ghosts? Nope, nothing like that ever happened here. I think I would have heard about it. It can't be the past. The technology's too advanced. Is this pavement where you perform the ritual to remove someone's magic? Yes, there's some residual enchantment that makes it possible. Something left over from the old Shinari civilization. Look, they are to need the help! Oh, this is where we cross over a little bit. I don't care what you have to do, just... And it's behind the trees. Okay, it's hidden from them. Sorry, I need to adjust the fan so it's not blowing in the microphone. You're probably still going to be able to hear it because it's not super quiet. Go, 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 go! Ah, the overlap. We need to put as much distance between us and the army as possible. Let's move! Well, of course we are going to save. No, 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 no. We don't want to overwrite that one. We want to set... There we go. I almost did a dumbs. So, we have a pretty decent team here. I have a feeling we're about to see the full crossover of parties, though. As far as extra AP... Honestly, that might be worth it on her or on him. Since we're using him for healing mostly, I am going to switch over to a more casty-oriented thing. I'm going to get poison runes on him, reduce the poison damage he takes, and make sure he just gets AP and magic focus on most of his stuff. Because, Jerome, you are the healer. Congratulations. Okay, so this... Oh, this looks like the shrine. So we've had these ancient ruins in both of them. They are ancient for both groups. Although... I guess this would be the future one, and the other one would be the past. I'm trying to figure out who would be in which timeline. I have a feeling Nikolai and Zikaron are in a middle timeline, Cordelia and Jerome are in the future, and the other ones are in the past? If I had to take a wild guess? But that's just me shooting in the dark. We all know how my wild guesses have been so far. Especially with stuff like Expedition 33, I was way off until, like, towards the end. Just guessing who was going to be what. Shell necklace? That's an item we have not seen before. Magic defense plus... Oh, so it's basically just an upgraded shield stone. Okay, so we're already getting upgrades. I have a feeling these are our end game-ish upgrades. Okay, can we actually progress somewhere? Am I being daft? I think I'm being daft about something. Because it feels like there should have been a place for us to go. Maybe it's to the right? Oh yeah, there is, okay. Well, we went not main path. It was intentional, I swear. We all know it wasn't. It's fine. It's not the end of the world. I love this game so far. It has that indie charm to it as well. There are, of course, little quirks here and there that are kind of like, oh, but for the most part, it flows really, really well. And it feels like something that I want to play more of. Oh, Grenadier's jacket. That's probably going to be something for you. That is not. That is higher magic, higher defense, but lower life. So we don't want it on you. Maybe yes. Although, what do you lose 5 Oh, no, you don't lose regen from it. Hold up. So yeah, it's just minus life. So yeah, that would be hers. You only... And he can't wear it. So yeah, Grenadier's jacket it is for you. And you don't... Only certain characters get access to these. That's interesting. But yeah, we stick with the Hazard Suit Grenadiers. It feels kind of weird that he's just in Special Forces armor. Go! The magic characters are getting way more cool stuff. Let's make that distance. We've also got some enemies up here. We got another Crystal Boy. Got 2 Crystal Boys. Oh no. We're gonna have to choose which one to kill first. Don't know how much life they have, but it's less than 569. So I think for you, we'll see if you're weak to normal attacks. Not particularly. Are you weak to Geyser? Nope. I guess we could. I guess we'll Ice Spike. It's not going to kill it, but of course you target him. You jerk. You still have enough to just one-shot it, but I'm liking the Soul Strike. And as he levels up, it's just going to get stronger. Okay, so as far as heals go, since you're not using yours very often, I'm going to Innervate to heal rather than our AoE heal on Jerome just yet. We're going to save that for oh crap moments. Because we're probably going to remove the mouse from the screen. It was just down there in the bottom center. I'm sorry. I was like, what is that white dot? Is my monitor dying? No. Thank God. There was a black dot next to it, and that was dust. Lovely. This is absolutely looking like the place where the other team is. Okay, what did we do last time? I certainly did not do anything. Look out. Oh, we got more gunnies. Thankfully, we have a Zikaron. I probably shouldn't be relying on him. Oh, that was not a one-shot kill? Oh, no. Well, he's still gonna die. Oh, no, he's not. Holy butts. Well, 426 damage in one shot? He must have gotten a crit. Can you stop shooting us 97 times? Thank you. Okay, so these guys are a little bit stronger. I do wish I could rearrange my skill list a little bit. I would be moving this towards the top. Level up. Nice. There's going to be a lot more where they came from. And now he... You still see them? Do we really need to be doing this? Not you want to know? I want to see more. Those soldiers were the same ones visible through the portal in Magico's lab. Who? Long story. Mage, not good. Ooh. So this chapter is going to have us alternating between them. Yeah, we are definitely getting close. Okay, so equipment-wise, do we actually want to upgrade anything? I think we want to keep her on magic. Magic focus seems like the wise idea. Once we get dual medals, we'll be able to really lean into that. And it is worth noting, as far as the information provided on the game goes, they want you swapping parties. So we'll be having all 8 characters, and we will probably be using the mechanic to swap between characters, party A, party B kind of thing. So just so you know, there will be swapping going on. Well, that wasn't enough to kill him. Darn. Guard? Yeah, she's doing pretty good on damage. I don't know how much the magic and stuff like that influences it, though. Juna... No, we're going to use potions. We are a little low on them, but at the same time, I don't feel like wasting them. I don't want to go over 25. Because I think we have some that are in the 20s on the other party. There's our high ether. There's an enemy. So this must be progress. And we are definitely in the same caves in a different time period. Because, yeah, we see that's where the other treasure chest was. That's progress up there in the top left. So if we go up top right, there's probably treasure up here for them. is an item over there. And no, we cannot jump across these. So we're going to have to turn back down before we exit the cave. I do find it noteworthy there is not a recovery point for this party here. And I see a pixel out there. So that makes me nervous. Let's just go for fights. Yeah, that's going to be a little bit better. It's going to get a free attack on us, but that's better. Man, the enemies do so much damage. I do wish that the back line had an auto heal over time. That would make me more incentivized to swap parties. Just for future design concerns in their future games. This one, it's fine as is. I just am saying, in the future, in the year 2000, I would actually like to see a little bit more in the way of incentives for that. I like the overall concept. There's our Earth Rune. So we actually have... Now we have 3 HP tomes. That's going to be another 75 for them. But we actually have Wind, Earth, Water, Fire, and Poison runes. As far as what we want to do here, I'm going to go... we can't actually kill these guys in one go, can we? No. They're going to get free hits on us. Oh, they've got Vine Whip too? You bastards. But yeah, I do think if they continue making RPGs, which I think they will. I think this group will. They've already made one before, Adam. But I would like to see them give more incentive to the party swapping. Give us recovery on that back line. Let us have something that gives us the need to design like a tank line and a caster line, or mix and match them so we have 2 tanks on one line and 2 casters, or and we could just swap them out kind of as need arises so that they can go back and recover. Make it a little bit more dynamic in that regard. Obviously, that is a lot harder to balance for, simply due to the nature of, well, now you're having to deal with basically 2 life pools and 0 threat if people optimize for it. But in my opinion, getting it up to like a well-oiled machine is part of the fun of an RPG, and letting people kind of take advantage of that works out good, at least in my opinion. Okay, skills. We'll go with a shard. We should be able to just punch this guy. Oh, he has a counter to that. I did not realize you were going to counter that, friend. But with this one, I feel the only advantage to swapping out is if you are completely sapped for mana. And I don't think I'm going to really be leaning towards that. Instead, I will probably be leaning towards using items instead of switching parties. Can we actually go further over this way? Yes, but not much. The cliff. They're going to be like, the ghosts are helping us. We can't stay here. What do we think about scaling the cliffs? What was that sound? They're shelling us. Take cover. Matus, get over here. Why bother? This is how the world works, isn't it? There are killers and there are victims. You are all killers from countries full of killers. My brother and I were born to be victims. If I am destined for oblivion, why not just go there now? At least I'll be with Pavel again. Pavel. Doors open. Go! No one notices the shadows over there. Of course, it doesn't actually show on this one. These guys do not see the shadows. And go high potion and then normal potion, I believe. Yes, I am addicted to trying to make this strategy work. It's probably not going to work in the long run. But it does not hurt to try. Well, actually, it might set me really far behind on health on characters because they might be intending me to spread the HP tomes across them. Instead of making one guy just the life pool. Soul Strike. I should have taken out the rat. I'm a dumbass. That's my own fault. Because if I would have taken out the rat with that, we probably wouldn't have taken any damage on this fight. So I earned that punch to the nose. I got reprimanded. It's fine. Condena Harburg. Now that's starting to look interesting. Heavy infantry uniform of the Lost Condena Army, plus 5 AP regen. Well, we know who's getting the AP regen. It's going to be Jerome. Because, Nikolai, you are just our shooter, unfortunately. Everyone else is... We have healer, magic user, early burst, and... combat! Maybe if they stepped off of those panels fast enough so that the other ghosts couldn't reach these folks, that would be a good thing. But yes, I do have a feeling Chapter 8 is the overlap. There's another Grenadier's jacket. Can you actually equip that? No. So only these two can. I think Hazard Suit is still what we're going to be sticking with on Zikaron for now. So that other Grenadier's jacket is just being saved for the other party. Hopefully they actually can wear it. That is one thing worth noting. I can understand armor being restrictive as to who can equip it, but I've always found it weird whenever there's clothes that you're restricted from using. Unless someone has, like, sensory issues. They can wear any clothes you put in front of them. It's not a physical impossibility. It's a sense-based frustration. There's one of the Grenadiers down. And here's the other Grenadier. Nope. Okay. Oh, sorry. Specialist. Goodbye, Fiend. I am going to just punch him. Why would I not just punch him? Well, this position isn't terrible against infantry, but if they get an officer or a heavy weapon up here, our situation's going to turn sour real quick. Figure out anything with the door? They operate by a powered switch. It is simple, but ancient mechanism. But it's most certainly not triggering itself. Since no switch is in evidence, they must be somewhere else. Who's they? That's a full-fledged military, artillery, and everything. We haven't seen one of those in more than a century, so these are in the future. What? No. How much further are we going to go? I don't know, but you have to come. I am confused as the timeline now. Why they not see the mechanism? Maybe we'll find out. Because they're not seeing the same things you are. Okay, we have an enemy there. We have an item here. How do we get to that? I will remember that's there. Possibly. Doubtfully. This team does not have an easy way to get that first turn kill against these faster enemies, which is proving to be a bit of a challenge. Because I am just forced to take damage. through no fault of my build. Oh, there's another Grenadier's jacket. Sweet. Who can equip those? You can. Ooh, that brings you up to 20% regen. I think it might be more important for Ben, so that he can recover mana much faster for his healing. And that actually makes hit so he can use Thunderbolt and gain AP. I mean, I can go with normal attacks in a pinch, but I'm not as... It's not as big of a requirement. We're needing to find other ways around. We also need to figure out a way to get speed. There's our heal. That is actually a really good way to heal. I don't know how many resources it takes, but that does more damage than I was anticipating it doing. So she's going to be a good tank. Grenadier's faceplate is Helm from the Corson's army. So we are in, this is the future and the other one's the past? In the hell? I don't know. And yes, I am making our healers the tankiest of the bunch. Okay, so that's going to be how we get to the blue chest, that rope right there. Now, is there a way for me to take these down in one go? I could try a boulder dash. Not enough. Zap. Zap could be, though. It guaranteed is. He's an offensive powerhouse. Okay, so that's actually progress up there. We need to go back down here and get ourselves a treasure. Deal with him on the way back. Eared dagger. Reduces skill costs. Well, let's see. Skills. Agata. So 15, 30, 30, 40. Becomes 10, 25, 25, 30. So it reduces it by 5%. That's good. That means we can do Vine Whip endlessly. If we combine that with recovery from, say, one of the Grenadier's jackets, if she can equip it, that could make her, or if we even get the... Oh, he's the only one that has a helmet for it. Although Cordine's earmuffs actually work for that too. But if we are able to get her a +5, she could actually be gaining AP while doing that as well. Which is what I'm looking for. Well, bite me, game. We should have first turned to that. The question is, I think what's going to happen is we're going to have Agata on our main line. I think it's probably going to be... I'm debating which ones we want on our main line. I'm thinking Agata is on there. It's because she has the dual weapons. She can become our physical powerhouse. We would want... Of course, we're only going to be able to do that for a couple chapters. Because I have a feeling we're not going to be sticking together for very long. So party-wise, I'm thinking Golem, Agata, probably Ben, and do we go offense or defense with it? Because if we go Ben, we're leaning into offense, but he's slow. Out of these, I don't think we kill either of them, sadly. On turn 1, yeah. They're just going to get it in, regardless. You just... Wind Wall. Okay, that delayed him enough. Skill-wise, you get to go in Osmos on him to heal yourself up a little bit. I think we just beat the tar out of him, getting our AP back. Because we should be able to knock him down low enough. I do think it also tends to depend on what other skills we get. Because right now, we're not doing terribly. I'm going to high potion you. This party also doesn't have... It feels like it doesn't have quite the tankiness of the other one. Of course, we also haven't invested any of our points, so... Yeah. I do find it interesting that we're willing to fight through all this stuff just to... Oh, there they are. That's them. This is the shrine where they were at. Yeah, we'll fight. We'll take all the fights we can get, since we're not properly grinding. Let's go for a kill on the cat. Because that's one less attacker in. Reducing enemy turn efficiency is pretty much our go-to here. I'm going to go with a shard on Arcuda. Let's get that comfort food in. It's only going to end up costing us 5. Because we want Alexandra healed. There was no way we were going to get rid of the other guy there. So we're going to slam Arcuda now. And you are going to Vine Whip. Did not do near as much damage as I hoped. I am really surprised our magic is doing this much damage. And Force of Nature, there's probably going to be a low-level challenge for this. Ally goes Berserk, powers up, and gains multiple attacks. So that's what we want to be throwing on Agata. So they'll be able to multi-attack. This is a separate door. Okay, so we've got to get them through... Can I get it without stepping on it? Yay! Another Condena Hallberg. That gets you regen. It lowers your attack by 1, but I think overall that's worth it. Although it would also be nice on Juna because she's a healer. It's between you two as to which one gets it. I think... Okay, so that boosts... Why did it show it as dropping her attack? Oh, it was dropping her attack because we were putting on the hardened leather. Okay, Condena Hauberk on you. Boost your attack. You're going to probably be our offensive character. Let's hope they're behind the door down there. Don't suppose they've given up on the chase. Not with Von Rohr watching. Still no idea who it could be. Nope. The Oslan army's got plenty of enemies, though. Let's move. If only they knew it was someone in the future. In the year 2000. Interesting. We're starting to overlap a lot more on our paths. I have a feeling the other group's going to come out of there too. We're going to have to pull back. Hopefully the blizzard kills them. Contact! Yay! Hi guys, how you doing? I need to soul strike probably a specialist because that's the only one that he can guaranteed kill with this. And we're probably not going to have a good time against the soldiers. Geyser or healing? No, we'll go Geyser. And Blizzard. I think that might be a percent shot, as in it does 75% of our life. That feels kind of like what it's going for with it. Like it's Demigod or something. Or Demi 2, whatever Final Fantasy term you want to use for it. So as far as healing goes, we're going to use up yours because you don't use your stuff very often. Innervate is expensive, but what is Upward Slash? Strong Slash to a single enemy. So that's a boss fight item. Ether-wise, we definitely want to ether you. 95, and we'll get you up. Because I have a feeling there's a boss fight coming in. Because we're at about 30 minutes in. We've been through a few areas. Mid-boss, maybe. There's another lucky coin. Who actually has the lucky coin on them? You? Go ahead and take another one. Definitely gonna save again, because it's been a little bit since we saved. This does seem like it's going to respect our time. Because I think there's 10 or 11 chapters. There's also side quests. Which I'm unsure if we actually have to go out of our way to complete. I've been trying to explore areas fairly thoroughly. Thoroughly. Yeah, the other group's going to come through. They're going to go through that top part. Okay, so nothing there. We do actually have treasure up top right there, which we have to go grab. Remember. Blood sword? Jerome, are you getting a blood sword? It drains the life of its victims. It's higher damage. Are you really going to... We might go that way. Have him do physical attacks, and that said, his accuracy is not bad, actually. Let's go for... Sure, he's decent enough damage as is. So what do we get you up to with this? 82? That's not bad. Yeah, this team just, I mean, other than Cordelia, has more life. And now the question is, how do we get out of here? Did I miss something? Oh, doip. We can go under that. We get to fight a sentient broccoli. Why am I fighting like DBZ enemies? Oh no, it's a mushroom. Okay, that's fine. Soul Strike! Bonk. Trip mine. I have a feeling when people speedrun this, if they speedrun this, we're going to see people optimizing gear specifically to kill each encounter, since they are fixed types of encounters. I'm feeling more liberal with using my stuff there. Fire damage once enemy melee attacks. Chance to inflict stun. Ooh. So it's a trap. You activated my trap card. Yep, there's where they're going to put the switch. That was timely. Being early is being on time. Keep moving. Interesting. A Grenadier's faceplate. I will take it. Extra magic defense. Who do we put it on, though? He loses life from it, so it's gonna be either you or you. I like that we are getting quite... Oh, God. Skills, Soul Strike. Dog. At least we'll have a chance to stop the other ones. Singe on Velvet Shank. Weak versus fire. Cool. Wasn't enough. I think we go... I don't trust the shank. The shank seemed a lot more dangerous. This guy's going to do thorn, which I think is, yeah, just a little bit of damage. Man, give Zikaron something to absorb life. He will be broken. Time bend. Give selected target next turn. Intriguing. Now up to 626 life. We're going to be 4 digits really fast on him. Well, that was foreboding. I'm going to save. I'm going to step outside first. Nope, we went the wrong way. So quit, return to title. We're going to go up this time. Because there, yeah, there's treasure down here. Ambidexter. The frick? I'm feeling that's an accessory. Yeah, gives X fight command. We're getting endgame stuff. That loses us so much damage. Yeah, but that's a -10 attack as well. I think Ambidexter is going to go on you for now. It's going to be moved over to our double attack character. Because she will get 4 attacks. We need to catch up to them. I mean, yeah. But doy. But we also need to get treasure. Oh, wait. This is back the way we came, isn't it? Yeah, we came back up this way, went around to the left. This was blocked off for the other group. That's why I was thinking, oh, maybe we should... No, don't. Don't think, Alzorath. Just do. There is no try, only do. Yeah, her with X attack. 4 swings in 1 turn. Oh, yes, please. Single Thunderbolt for this lightning. I was tempted to go for the 40 cost when I was like, I'm not going to get that back. I'd rather heal. Okay. I think we're good. I think we're actually perfectly fine just with our current setup. Maybe we won't use her. I mean, that's still 200 damage. That's more than anybody else does in a single attack. Oh, you're immune to earth. Fine. You know what you're probably not immune to? My lightning bolts. We have so many ethers on both parties because I'm like averse to using ethers. Simply because I'm used to them being extremely rare, but in this, they're not handing them out like candy, but they're handing them out enough that it's nice. I probably should have just used that in the first place. I do like that Juna, just without any modifiers, has as much life as our like fully invested little buddy over there. So neither of them can equip it. So Grenadier's jacket on you. So this is the recovery team. They're already recovering 20. The other team, I think their cap is currently still 15. Got an enemy up there. Knight's Mane. I mean, that might be equipment. Gives user 30% chance to counterattack. That's going to be a gotta. And that does reduce attack. Okay, it's interesting that the frequency attack items do have an active debuff to your attack. I understand why. That is perfectly rational for them to do that. It just surprises me. Okay, so we got you. Oh, hi. Huh? There's a guy doing it too? That's interesting that he's out there doing that. But at the same time, we're just going offensive here. Oh no, he's only at 100%. Whatever will we do? My guy, what are you doing down here? Where the hell did you go? Have we not seen him before, by the way? That is a slash damage. And it does reasonable damage is the hilarious part to me. It's not even like it's weak. A lot of times leech skills will just be, oh, weak. We're going to go berserk on you. And actually, you know what? Let's zap. We wasted some AP getting that berserk up, but I think we're fine with it. Could go all fast characters as well. Not super cheap, though, to use that ability. We do actually get 15 back, so it's not terrible. Oh, and she got her counterattack. Nice. Do we Force of Nature, or do we just... You know what? I'm gonna just guard. Because I think you can kill them. I have faith in you, Ben. You're good. You been jamming. Oh, there's an X potion. Jeez. They're giving us a very endgame gear, in my opinion. And the dude was headed this way. So he's out. So I think we want to do this one first. I think you just fight. He doesn't have enough to do the other thing, so Thunderbolt. To get rid of the one annoying guy. And you go ahead and fight. You can't do anything. Yeah, just keep building back up your resources there, friend. We're getting good XP from this, too. Yes, I am intentionally burning ethers just so we don't end up with, like, an overflow. Although, will it matter if we have an overflow? That's just going to kick us to 50. We might as well use this stuff. We have 16,000 currency. Kind of weird that the currency is still consistent, but between the time periods, I'm guessing they're time periods. I don't know for sure. We're starting to get our recovery stuff going. All over the place. Not seeing any loot yet. Definitely saving. Did we miss them? There is the voice on the wind and the magic. Looks like we lost the army for now. Blizzard is letting up too. Wait a moment. Someone has cast a homing spell. Don't do anything to show the army where we are. They'll shell us again. Does not let others find you. It helps you find them. Is that them? We can see them again, but who are they? More importantly, where are they? They are standing in another world. Greetings, I am called Karanos. Karanos? You two know this guy? If he is who he claims to be, he is one of the 4 sages who defeated General Corson on the top of Mount Nabarros at the end of the Great War. I am he, and I was there. You said someone is in another world. In what sense? It is a strange tale. It begins nearly 150 years ago. What? Sorry if you hear the fan. I need air conditioning to work on me. And otherwise it just blows across the room. When I and my companion stood atop the holy mountain. Hey, this is the prelude. Thought he looks kind of familiar, but not quite as gray. You said it yourself, the power of the elements, the power of the magic is gathering right here, right now. The question is, what do we do about it? Why should we do anything? Magic is what it is. We can't even completely understand it, let alone do anything to change it. Can't seriously believe that. Look at what Corson achieved in this war. He was an up-jumped border lord, and he nearly conquered the world with a few parlor tricks. Corson's innovations were more substantial than that. His warlike intentions were lamentable, but there is still much we can learn from the way he systemized magic. Yes, imagine if the right people had that power. And you suppose that you are the right person to have it? Why not? You didn't become a philosopher just to keep your wisdom to yourself. Wouldn't you like to use magic to reshape the world? Magic has become the amplifier of human suffering through all of history. This war was only the latest instance of a small group of people using magic to oppress the masses. I would rather see a world without magic. You might as well abolish the wind and the rain. What would the world even look like without magic? Abandoning magic would be going too far. Surely it could be studied and regulated before it becomes something so drastic. So that the regulators can hoard all the power? I think not. It went on like that for hours, with no conclusion. Each of us returned to our homeland, unable to resolve our differences. But strange new things began to happen, changes in the nature of magic itself. I journeyed to Suresnes to find Pierre de Ledanier, in the hope that he would explain what had happened. You are certain that this is the place? This is the ancient well that Suresnes was built around. Another Shinari ruin. My family has been trading between Akos and Suresnes for generations. We watered our horses at this well. I recognize the hills on the horizon. But there's no city. My friend Pierre lived near this square. What are you doing? Some of the books I loaned him had homing spells woven into them. I can feel the faintest trace. Who are you? He just appeared there. You still have your magic? I am called Keranos. What do you mean I still have my magic? What, did you miss the end of the world? I came from the country of Teach, looking for my friend who lives here. This is the city of Seren, is it not? You better go talk to Bernard, otherwise it might cause trouble. He should be up there somewhere. Thought I was lucky since my cows could eat grass, but the hungry mobs found my herds so quickly. I used to be a watchmaker. Now they only feed me because I can make gears for guns. The barbarians don't make the young women work that much for food, but I'm a little scared of what that means. Everyone gets their portion and no more. We don't know when the next shipment is coming. We decide how much you get, remember that. My granddaughter and I hid the latrine pit for 3 days when the roaming mobs came. Oh, geez. Thankfully, they're still making soap here. Don't get handsy. Shipments get cut off all the time, and we need a stockpile. You are to take the care. We not enough to guard pass here. You watch. The other tribe's not friendly out there. Renese gang's the worst. Till they can get Mr. Pecot's powder mill running at full speed, we have to conserve our ammunition. Monsieur. Oh, we can actually change his equipment. I don't think it's gonna matter, but we can change his equipment. We want is see clearly, but still have wall here. Good thing I kept up my hunting skills. Yeah, probably. Never thought I'd have to shoot at a gang of thieves. It took us weeks to find a broaching pit for Pekka, but once we did, we had a monopoly on rifles. Most of the abandoned houses have been picked clean, but sometimes you find something useful. Our rain man and healer women lose magic, but you still have? All they want us to learn now is math, but I wanted to be a painter like Mom. The Hins brought me here all the way from the Royal Archives. They want me to teach their children with the Serenese. I think they're trying to live here permanently. Renese. I'm allowed to touch any knives I want now. I used to get in trouble for that. Used to be a musician, now I just haul grain and tend livestock. There's a village where nobody had magic northeast of the city. They've actually got grain to trade. We go there as a caravan when the roads aren't blocked by vagabonds or floods. We've turned this house into a forge and workshop, but it's off limits unless you work there. Understandable. That one's actually reasonable. Making things is how this settlement stays alive. Dang. If I see treasure in this place, I will unequip him. Who you? We not let you in. Impressive, but I'll repeat their question. Who are you? I am called Keranos. You fought in the war, didn't you? I read about you in the newspaper. How do you still have your magic? I do not understand the question. Why would I not have my magic? Because the whole world lost their magic. Everyone, the farmers, the army, the teachers, all our medicine women and priests. In my country, magic has changed, but we never lost it. I am looking for my friend, a scholar of magic, Pierre Le Denier. His house was, I think it was just this way. Our people can only secure this square. Beyond it, you might run into bandit gangs or wild creatures. The wild creatures still have their magic, and now we have very little to fight back with, so good luck. Yep. Out beyond the frontier, it seems like things were just as bad, or else the Hiddens would never have come here. So, Earth magic was one of the ones that went away. I'm surprised we haven't gotten to another chapter yet, oddly enough. He might not make a good slave, but I bet Bernard would pay to get him back. Think again. Ow. That hurts so much. Just nuke. You guys do not stand a chance against me. Perhaps you did not see what happened to your friends just now. That's not bandits. It's a large creature. Hi, guy. I think we will go blind. That's actually significant damage, ya bastard. We'll keep just pounding you with Tempest until we run out of resources. We are out regenning their other things, so that's fine. Radiance. I think we are just going to whack them a few times. Take the hits to the face and hope for the best. It flew away. I don't see any other paths around here, so it's literally just in here. Yes, I'm still checking for tomes that give us more life and stuff. There is treasure in here. I don't think we'll be able to grab it. Well, if you've still got magic, I'm not going to bother fighting over this stuff. Where's the original owner of this house? Pierre Le Denier. That was his name? We've been scavenging in these houses the last month or so. We found a guy in here the first time we came through, but he's been dead a while. What happened to him? Hard to say, no wounds. Didn't look like he starved. I think he did it to himself after seeing what was happening. A lot of people did that. And he's old now. When we left Mount Nabaros, Pierre de la Denier's wish for a world without magic had come true. Wait, is that why nobody can use magic in Seren because some guy wanted it to stop existing? Not only that, I did not wish for anything. I believed, as wise men of my country believed, that magic was like the wind. You do not know where it comes from or where it is going. Oh, okay. Divided timelines. So each group of 2 is from a different timeline, sort of. I think the one that we're currently naturally in is in Ben's. Is that why people like Ben began to receive great power? It became random. Wait, which world are we standing in? We are not in either of those worlds. It was not merely 2 worlds that were created that day. 4 worlds must have been created, one for each of the sages. After the war, there was a revolution in Lornan magic. Everyone thought it was because our magical science had reached a turning point. But the truth must be because Halen Reed wanted a world where magic would be studied and controlled. That desire created yet another world. I came to believe as much over the years, but I could not prove it until I saw your image in the ruins. Our worlds must already be linked to Nikolai's world. That's how our technology ended up in the hands of his country's army. And that's how the Chancellor was able to start the war. The army from your world is trying to break through to our world. We saw those soldiers before through a portal that belonged to a renegade mage. And yes, now you have a choice. If you wish to prevent that war from spilling over into your own worlds, you must help stop it. In all four worlds, there is one constant. The ancient ruins of Shinar were unaffected by the division of the worlds. The most valuable Shinari relic is a book called the Palimpsest. Palimpsest. Yeah, that's how it's pronounced. It resides at the bottom of the Royal Archives, northeast of Seren. If all of us stand beside that book in 3 different worlds, I should be able to triangulate our relative positions that I can help you cross over. You 4 must cross back into Le Dernier's world and visit that version of the archives. I will go to the archives in this world. And you... I know where the archives are, relatively speaking. Getting through the Nabaros range is a different matter. There's actually a village not far west of here. We could ask for directions there. I will speak with you again when we have arrived at the archives. Until then, good luck! I guess we've got a job to do. Not that I understand it. Yeah, we'll save our game. And I will see you guys next time in Chapter 8. Keep gaming, have fun, peace out. This has been Alzorath.